the movies the last 20, 30 years. There are countless movies about the end of the world, about alien invasion and all that. And this is my last question, and I'll turn it back over to Troy. But you want to talk a little bit more about how we're being set up through these movies, through media, through social things like this, because it's everywhere and it's pervasive. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, there was a movie, and it was Dan Brown, and it was the movie that, and I'm trying to think of the movie as I'm talking about this, but it was where they believed that Jesus actually didn't die on the cross, but he married Mary Magdalene, and they had children, and that this was a major novel, the Da Vinci Code. The book, The Da Vinci Code, of all people, CBS News completely debunked that book. However, millions of people in the United States, Canada, and Europe fell away from Christianity because of that movie, because that movie was so convincing. I believe it was not Tom Cruise, but Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was in the movie, and they did a phenomenal job. Now, this is, David, this is an example of how good Hollywood is at what they do. They did a phenomenal job. And this is called the swoon theory, by the way. There is the theory that Jesus didn't actually die on the cross, that he passed out. And when they took him down, he came back, and then they healed him and moved him out. And the false story went out that he had been resurrected, but he actually just swooned. And then he got well and married Mary Magdalene, all that. That was the Da Vinci Code. That was the premise of the book. It was a complete lie. It was completely debunked, but millions of people around the world rejected Christianity after that because they were convinced. This is the power of Hollywood to tell a story, and they're phenomenal at it. Well, these UFO stories that are coming out now, they're phenomenal. I mean, they're phenomenal. Anything the mind can imagine, they have the technology to make it look completely real. And now people are believing, the Star Trek is an example of this. They believe that there's going to be thousands and thousands of years of human history, that we're going to evolve, that we're going to go out into the universe and take it over, that evolution is true, all these kind of things are true. But that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that there's going to be an end of the age. That was what the disciples were asking Jesus in the Olivet Discourse. When's the end going to be? And that's when Jesus went into very specific science. So I think that Hollywood has been a part of the Antichrist system of convincing people mankind will evolve on our own. This is what humanism says. We don't need God. Man will save himself. And man is the measure of all things. That's the mantra of humanism. And so Hollywood has done a masterful job of pounding that message into people where they have lost their faith in God. Many of them have. And the day that UFOs arrived, and they already have, people will not be surprised. And I believe that could very well be the next major deception that the Antichrist has in mind.
Get the books at www.troyanderson.us, www.davidjgiammona.com, and www.battle-ready.org. To prepare you to recognize and counter deception not only in politics, religion, media and science, but especially in yourself. It's available via Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Baker Bookhouse, ChristianBook.com, Hudson Booksellers, Target, Walmart, Books A Million, Google, Cokesbury, Parable, Mardel and most anywhere books are sold. Remember to hit the like bell button, subscribe our YouTube channel and remember to share this video to your family and friends. Help us to preach the good news of Jesus Christ. He is coming back soon.